Okay, so the main purpose of this video is going to be to demonstrate how I install a zipper. I've got two pieces of outer fabric and two pieces of lining fabric, and each piece has fusible interfacing ironed onto the back side of it. You'll see that here. I'm not going to give measurements for this bag because, like I said, the main focus here is to show how I install a zipper. So the first thing we're going to do is get our little zipper foot out, and your zipper foot's kind of neat because you can switch sides with it depending on what side your zipper is on when you're sewing. I kind of tend to stay to one side, and that's okay. There's no right way or wrong way to do it. You just want that foot off of the zipper. That's the whole idea. You're able to move that little presser foot side to side so it's off of the zipper. You want to pull the tail of your thread about 8 inches long and pull it behind that zipper, behind the machine. So here I've got my zipper, my little piece of fabric for the outer piece. The first thing I'm going to do is lay it on top of that zipper with right sides facing together. It's going to be the right side of the fabric, the outside of the zipper. And for the sake of showing you all how to do it, I'm going to pin it here in just a second. But I don't usually pin for small projects like this. I just find it actually causes more of a problem for me personally. But if pinning makes you feel better, go right ahead and do it. So I'm pinning the right side or the outside of the zipper to the right side of the fabric just with a couple of pins, and I'm going to sew down along this side. And you'll kind of see with these zippers, if you get a close-up look at them, they almost have a line there that you can follow, and so that's why I like to sew on the zipper side. It comes out much neater if you do it this way because you can see what you're doing on the zipper. And if you try to keep all sides like that, it really works out better. So you just want to make sure that you do just a tiny little back stitch to start and then pull that first pin out so you don't run it over. It will not go through the machine like that. And you want to go all the way down and do the same thing when you get close to the next pin. Pull that out and just make sure you got that zipper pulled straight and it's lined up with the top part of the fabric. Alright, my bobbin ran out, so I had to replace it, and that's what I'm doing here. And you're going to see what I'm going to do here in just a second is I'm just going to sew over that line completely. You can start where your bobbin ended and just back stitch a little bit, but I just decided I'd go ahead and go down the whole thing since it's such a small project. But you do want to make sure you do that little back stitch if you start at the beginning of where the bobbin broke. Alright, so now I'm going to do the piece of lining that matches up to that piece of outer fabric, and I'm just going to line it up, and what I'm going to do is follow that. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to follow that stitch from the first piece, and that just helps to keep everything straight. I saw this on a blog years ago and it has always been a really helpful tool for me. It's a great way to install a zipper like this. Alright, so you see I've got those two pieces there, and I'm just going to flatten them out with my hand, which is way easy to do if you have interfacing in your fabric. So I'm just creasing it with my fingers, and I'm going to do a top stitch there, and I did loosen up my stitch and make a longer stitch before I did this. We don't need a really tight stitch to close this off. This is just mainly decorative. Alright, so once we've got that first side done, we're going to do the next one. We're going to put them right sides facing together and just try to line those pieces up and do the same thing we did with the first two pieces. Alrighty, so now that we've got that done, the next step you want to be sure to do when you're constructing a bag is to open that zipper about halfway down, and then you're going to line right sides together for the outside part and the inside part, and you're going to sew all the way around, leaving an opening so you can turn this. And it gets kind of tricky. You have to reach in there and get a hold of that zipper, but it can be done. So that is it. That is zipper installation. I hope this was helpful. This video is dedicated to my friend Billy. Love you, Billy. Peace. Bye-bye, y'all.